grab your cup. I want to share with you 14 things that are indications or signs that you have a nervous system stuck in stress and probably unhealed trauma from your past, because that's what keeps it stuck. Okay, so these are 14 things. Now, any one of them, if you had it occasionally, as human beings, we have these. But if these things are present in your life all the time, if this is the way that life is for you, as long as you can remember, and if this is something that you've tried to work on, you've taken steps, you've gone to a doctor, you've gotten information, and it's still present in your life, that's the sign that this is the root cause. Okay, so these are 14 things that are generated from unhealed past trauma. The first 5 are physical, because I think that people notice those in what's going on in their body first and pay attention to that when their body isn't working right. Okay, so the first one is sleep issues. And again, if you have bad sleep habits, that's probably the problem. But if you have worked on that and you can't fall asleep, or you don't stay asleep, or just regular good restorative sleep is a problem, that's because your brain is triggered on, can't rest. It's not safe to actually go into a deep sleep. You have to stay a little bit on guard. So sleep issues is one. The next one is chronic pain. So sometimes for people, that's how their body expresses that nervous system stuck state and the impact of the unhealed trauma. Remember, trauma is just whatever happened to you, whatever experience you had, and the impact of that made you make a decision about yourself, change the way you see yourself in the world. So now you're guarded in some way. Your nervous system thinks there's a problem. Okay, so chronic pain will be an expression of that, especially if there's no reason for the pain, or you've done a lot of things to fix the pain and it doesn't go away and it moves around in your body. Also, digestive issues. So if you've developed food sensitivities, you have constant gas and bloating, irritable bowel, when you go to the bathroom, it's a problem one way or the other, anything like that. The digestive system is very closely linked to stress, the vagus nerve, and past trauma. When you've stayed triggered on for a long time, it absolutely affects digestion. Autoimmune conditions, and this is, I think, really interesting because it doesn't matter whether you have the gene or not for any autoimmune, multiple sclerosis, or thyroid autoimmune, which is what I have. If the gene gets turned on, it's because of your nervous system and your immune system. So autoimmune conditions are, and this is scientifically proven now, are directly related to past unhealed trauma. Also, fatigue. Even if you do get good sleep, but you're fatigued during the day, you have this exhaustion, maybe a feeling of burnout, you can't generate enough energy even to do the things that you always love to do, let alone the things you have to do. Okay? The next ones are depression and anxiety. So we all at times have depression or have things to be depressed about, but if that's like an underlying current in your life, and I know the doctor says, oh, you have a chemical imbalance, but why? Okay, it's that nervous system, long-term nervous system turned on that changes the chemicals in your brain. So depression or anxiety, always worrying, because your nervous system is either flat and depressed from you having to shut yourself down, or it's hyperly vigilant, which is the next one. Hypervigilance in your life, always looking for a problem. What's the thing I have to solve? Not allowing yourself to rest because you are focused on safety. Hypervigilance. That means also trying to control things in life, right? Always trying to fix it, be the fixer for other people, be the fixer for what is happening in your life, needing to control the outcomes. If you are very uncomfortable when you feel out of control, that's a sign of past trauma. When you are stuck in emotions, So certain emotions show up for you throughout the day. Maybe it's anger. You're very quick to be angry. You're irritated all the time. Pulling into a parking lot, somebody says something, irritation all the time. Anger, fear, just really afraid at every turn, afraid of how you show up, afraid of doing the wrong thing, just fear. Stuck in those kinds of emotions is a sign of unhealed past trauma. It's not the way we're supposed to be in life. It's not the way we're designed, okay? It's not the way life is meant to be lived. Also feeling helpless, like I have no control. So always needing control or feeling like I have no control. Life happens to me, really feeling like a victim. Or feeling numb in the emotions, throughout your day, which means you don't really feel the good ones as well as the not so good ones. There's like this numbness, this disconnect from emotions and having like joyful experiences. It's the way that you protect yourself to not feel the painful ones, okay? Not remembering your past. If you're like, I don't know, I can't even remember much before high school. I don't remember my childhood at all. That was a way of disconnecting as well. So lack of memory, that's showing up around, especially around your past. Where are we at now? I don't know how many that's been, but I have a few more. Also, trust. If you don't trust yourself, trust your decisions in your life, trust the next thing that's coming, trust life itself, trust other people. If you don't trust anywhere around you, the people in your life or life, the outcomes that are ahead for you, that is the result of past trauma, because your experience was, I can't trust. And if you have a lack of success in any area or more than one, but a lack of success with money is one way that shows up, or a lack of success in relationships. So maybe you have plenty of money, but your relationships never work out, or a lack of success in feeling important, feeling connected to what you do, a lack of success in your own personal purpose. So you might have a relationship that's working well, you might have money, but inside you don't have a great sense of your joy and your purpose. So lack of success anywhere there. So again, it's not an exhaustive list, but you might have one or more than one of these. And just a reminder, it's if this is the way life is, ongoingly, not if it shows up and then it gets resolved, because we all have those. But this is the undercurrent of your life, or the very obvious current of your life. It's the past trauma. That's why it's so important to be willing to take it on, because it's affecting everything in your life, from your health to your relationships to your joy to your success, all of that. So take a look. Do any of those apply to you? Have a good day.